guys, so it is March of 2025 and I wanted to go ahead and show you guys everything that I have completed this month. I already filmed a video showing you guys all of my works in progress, which I can put right here, and hopefully these videos will kind of hold me accountable so that I can actually work through them. I do have an update since I filmed that, but I'm gonna go in order and show you guys everything that I've made. So starting out, I do have an anime convention coming up. Well, a comic book convention. I'm applying to another anime convention, but I really wanted to have these to have on my application as well as to try out. So the first thing I do have my hair down so I can take them off and show you, is, I love them so much. I have an Anya Forger hat, so cute. This I didn't make this month, but I'm gonna go outside and take a picture in a minute with Bond. It's literally, I want to keep all of these hats. I don't know how I'm gonna sit down and sell them. Next, we have Luffy. I had to make them bigger because the other hat pattern I was using wasn't universally sized, and I feel like this will fit more people's heads. But we have a Luffy hat, and I actually made 2 of those. Then I went ahead and finished a work in progress. We have this cutesy bunny hat. This is why I have to make these videos, is because I'm obsessed with these hats. I love them so much and I want to keep like every single one of them, and I can't, but I can't wait to see other people in them because I'm obsessed with them. Next, I'm so excited. Chopper! This is so cute. All of my friends watch One Piece. I don't watch One Piece, but I do love Tony Chopper. And this hat, the ears are a little, not the ears, the antlers are a little heavy, so I might need to work on that in the future, but I feel like this is just outlandishly adorable. Then ignore my Chopper part 2. This one is like, all of these patterns are also the hat base that I use for everything. So it's just the hat base that I kind of made up out of my own brain and decided was the best fit out of all the different patterns I've tried. And then all of this I freehanded. And then these antlers are based off of a YouTube video of a different Chopper hat. Yeah, I'll give you guys a close-up. This is everything to me. These hats that I'm about to show you, these last 2 took forever. I spent like 3 days trying to figure out a pattern. So initially I wanted to make a Tanjiro hat, but I wasn't happy with all of the checkered bucket hats because I like patterns that were available, just because I wanted them to have this kind of brim. And so this was my first iteration, and it kind of has this like spiral top on it. And I still don't know how I feel about this one necessarily. So it was supposed to be Demon Slayer, Tanjiro inspired. I'll go ahead and show you guys. But I stopped midway through and kind of had an epiphany with this one, and then started this one instead. So I completely pivoted and changed how I was doing it, and I do need to get the pattern tested. So if anybody wants to do that, feel free to message me on Instagram, and we can talk about it. I've never really run test calls before, but I do, like, I need to figure out this centerpiece. I wanted it to kind of meld into this checkered pattern, and so I did the top. Part of the problem is when I was making it, I kept redoing this over and over again, so it's really loose, so it doesn't quite read checkered like I want. But from like here down, it goes crazy. Like, I'm not selling this. I'm actually gonna wear this to my event that I have tomorrow, and I'm so excited about it. It's just outlandishly cute. And then yesterday I was kind of like, I haven't worked through my whips enough. So I sat down and made 10 little mushroom guys. I need to pack these up. I'm actually working on inventory as we speak for my event, but it is only halfway through the month. So I am gonna check back in with you guys later. This is everything that I have made as of right now. Hopefully tomorrow isn't slow and I don't have time to make things at my market tomorrow, but I'll try and do some more check-ins. And if I do have anything that I finish tonight, which hopefully, cross my fingers, I'll show you guys before the market tomorrow. But I'll check back in later. Hi guys, I am back with my update for everything that I made in March. I'm gonna be honest, I'm filming this on April 2nd. I've been a little bogged down. I haven't been feeling well and I had to get some dental work done, which makes me like so nervous and I don't love it. So I didn't get as much done as I really wanted to and I'm a little disappointed, but I am happy with some of the stuff that I did make just because I got it over with. And honestly, I really think that like from this point on, I need to prioritize what I want to make because I think I did overbook myself. I have a lot. I got into more events than I thought that I was going to get into this like coming season. Sorry, it is lightning outside. Yeah, so I got into more events than I really thought that I was going to get into. So I was making things that I thought would sell and I think that it kind of upset me a little bit. So I started by batch making loaf cats. And I know that like people love a loaf cat and they sell really well, but I don't love to make them. Like I just find them a little boring. So I don't know how many more I'm gonna make. I think they're adorable. I understand why people like them, but I think in the future, like I just need to prioritize making really like what I want to make and not what I think will sell. Also, I tried to put little booties on them, but it didn't go well. But yeah, I started with 5 loaf cats. 5 loaf cats. And then I finished up my cat beanies, did super well at my last comic convention that I went to. So I'll show you guys the colors I did. I've never made a black and white, so I went with the black and white. I sold out of my brown ones. This is actually a scrap beanie. I ran out of all these other colors, so I did a ribbing at the bottom. And I actually really like how it turned out. I'm probably gonna make more of these in the future. Sage green, I sold out of my sage green. I had 2 of these and I actually sold out of both of them, so I might make another one before my next event. But I'm really trying to prioritize stuff that I want to make, so I may not. Then we've got gray on gray. I really like this color. I know it really just looks like I'm holding up a square, and I would love to put it on and try it on for you today, but I don't want to get makeup on them. It's easier to try on my bucket hats because they just kind of sit right on top, but with these it's like they're fitted, and so I don't want to get it anywhere. Then we have another brown one, and if you look, boom, like that, and they're so cute and they sell really well. So I finished up those for my restock, and then I had the privilege of pattern testing for Muna's Miscellaneous. A while ago she released these Carl the cats, and I'll link her stuff down below. I really loved the Carls. I didn't have the pattern yet, but I went ahead and bought it so that I could pattern test the clothes. But we have him, and so since I got chosen to pattern test the clothes, I went ahead and did that. So he has 3 outfits, Carl does. We have a wizard outfit. I know it's not recommended, but I did modify them. I added a strap. I wanted all their clothes to be removable, so I added a strap so that his hat can come off. In her pattern, she does have them sewn on, but I used this like sparkly yarn that I thrifted for my little wizard. Then we have a clown. On the collar, I modified it to where it's sewn in the back as well so that it can come off if somebody wants to like change the clothes or get all three and mix and match, because I don't know if I'm gonna sell them as a set yet, but I think this one might be my favorite. My favorite thing ever is I texted one of my friends and I was like, what do you think of it? And he was like, I like the unicorn. And he was just calling them unicorns. But then, actually, you know what? I said that one's my favorite. I lied. I have got a little cowboy coral. He's so cute. I love him. But yeah, this is the three of them. If you want to go see, she dropped the pattern for Carl and his clothes a couple of days ago, or March 31st, I think it was. So go check that out. They're so cute. Oh my God. When did you get here? He really loves, he's not allowed in this room. He likes to pick things up that I make and carry them around. And he has ripped some things up. And I love him. He's my baby, he's great. But this is my job, so I can't really have him tearing stuff up. So he gets banned from this room when stuff's not locked away. I do have my eyes on everything right now. At least I thought I did. So I kind of gotta get him away from my stuff. Anyways, I did make one goblin at the end of the month. I used some scrap yarn. I always use whatever bits of scraps I do to restock on my goblins. They actually did super, super well at my last market. I have a lot of them though, so I'm only gonna make them. I'm not gonna like focus on making them. I'm just gonna make them when I have some extra time, or they take about 7 grams of yarn. So if I just have like 7 grams in scraps laying around, I'll make one of these. Then my Cthulhu, I actually sold out of my green Cthulhu. I went to Ollie's bargain bin to see if they had any Bernat, because I was out of green Bernat, and I had to dig in the bottom of the bin. I had to get a tiki torch and stamp the yarn and get it out, and that's where this yarn came from. So I could make some more Cthulhus. I don't know if this color is gonna do well. My other one was like a brighter green, so I need to see how that's gonna do. But yeah, I have one Cthulhu that I made. Then I really wanted to try something new, so I am trying to lean into cryptids. I love cryptids and I love strange and weird and odd, so I'm trying to do things that I like. So I did aliens. This is a pattern, the free pattern that I found on the internet. These are the original, this was the first one that I did, and it's like a doubled up Bernat chenille. And these are the antlers that antenna. These are the antenna that it comes with in the pattern, and I didn't love how they turned out. Honestly, I kind of think he looks like an ant, which like, that's fine. He can look like an ant if he wants, but I changed them. So this is the next try. I did 3 in a day, and I kind of did like a chain thing and made up my own. And I like this version a little bit better. I don't know if it's because he's green or if it's because of the antenna, but I think it's the antenna. And then my final iteration is my favorite, honestly. I think he's adorable. So we have 3 aliens. But yeah, that's really all that I made this month. It wasn't as much as I wanted, but I did try a lot of new things. And so next month, I'm really gonna focus on quality over quantity and fluff. There was fluff. I'm gonna focus on quality over quantity and just making things that I would like and I haven't seen if I'm going to an event. And I'm gonna really try not to get bogged down as the month goes on. But I really appreciate you guys watching, and insert clip, insert random. I'm so forgetful. I had him set aside because I made him in the middle of the night on March 31st. So Complicated Knots dropped a video. I love raccoons. They're so weird. This was actually the last thing that I made in the month of March. Her video, he's a no-so raccoon. Her video, it's much smaller. So she uses a 3.5mm hook and worsted weight. So I doubled up the worsted weight and did a 5mm hook. And I just think he's like insanely cute. I'm gonna try to make some small ones as well, but Complicated Knots is honestly like one of my favorite creators. So yeah, that's all. I will post all of this and show you guys next month what I get up to there as well. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.